Everybody, welcome to the 94.5 The Fam Sports News. I'm Destin Logan.
I'm Donovan Drummond.
I'm Jakai Nichols.
And today we'll be talking about NBA, strictly NBA news. Free agency has been a humongous topic over the last few weeks, with the recent signing of Kevin Durant going to the Warriors, Al Horford going to the Boston Celtics, and Dwight Howard going to the Hawks.
Also, Chandler Parsons has moved to the Memphis Grizzlies on a 4-year, $102 million contract.
The Grizzlies have had the most cap room, but do you think they kind of wasted it? Chikai, what do you think about the Grizzlies' money?
Well, one thing that they wasted was on Mike Conley. Mike Conley's not the best player on their team. He's not the worst. He's one of their average players.
But
$135 million is too much for him. There's no reason for that.
Jakai, I have to disagree with you because, as it showed, for the past 3 years, their first round record has been better with Mike Conley than without him being injured. Mike Conley has been known to get either injured in the end of the season or to stay healthy throughout the whole season. And it showed their first round playoff record shows better results with him on the court than him off the court, and Marc Gasol having to lead the team by himself.
Donovan, actually, Mike Conley, he's making $153 million over 5 years. So they're trying to set him up as a long-term point guard. He's aging at the age of 27. He's getting older and older throughout the years. So you got him for 5 more years. 27 plus 5, that's 32 by the time he's done with his contract. And you got to think about players like Steph Curry, who's only making $11.32 million. So let's move on.
Stephen Curry has a 2-year option deal, which means this is his second year, and he opted into this year, which means he has one more. This is his last year until he gets assigned to go to state. Stephen Curry is actually older than Mike Conley. Stephen Curry is 30 years old, and so is LeBron. Mike Conley is only 27 years old, and he has a 5-year deal, which means by the time Mike Conley is done, he'll still be younger than Stephen Curry and LeBron, who will most likely still be in the NBA and on long-term contracts.
All right, let's move on from Mike Conley. Recent news. So we have the draft picks. Recently, with Ben Simmons going number 1, Brandon Ingram going number 2. Who do you think has a better future in the NBA, Jakai?
I'm going with, both of them have bright futures because they have good young stars on both teams. Both teams started from the bottom. They look like they're average, but we don't know yet. But I would say Brandon Ingram because he has a lot of older players with more experience in Lou Deng and Timofey Mozgov, and he also has Tyreek Black, who is also experienced, and he has D'Angelo Russell, who is another experienced player.
Okay, so great, my guy. Now, honestly, personally, I think Brandon Ingram will have a great year. The thing about Ben Simmons is his jump shot is not as well as it needs to be. He has to affect that. His passing is amazing. He's a very all-around point guard. And I think really the thing about him is some struggles have been with his work ethic at LSU. He didn't want to work hard sometimes. He was on and off again. Donovan, can you expand on that?
Well, I think Ben Simmons, they say his motor is not into basketball, but I disagree with that. Summer League is currently over after the Timberwolves lost to the Bulls in the championships thanks to Denzel Valentine's last-second shots and to go to overtime and to win overtime. But I think Ben Simmons, the way he proved himself in Summer League, showing how he led his team in assists, averaging 5.5 assists per game. He also showed tremendous rebounding skills and teamwork skills, leading skills. He didn't score many points. His highest was 17 points. He averaged about 10 through 15 points a game. But I think Ben Simmons, he's trying to prove that his work ethic is there. I believe it's there somewhere in his heart. His motor is running. But I think he just has to prove to the doubters that he can keep a long-term career going and that he can be successful.
Now, speaking of Ben Simmons, he's had cramps throughout the summer league. He had cramps the first game. He first hurt his legs. He's had some trouble. But congrats to Chicago Bulls for picking up Denzel Valentine. He's going to have a great future coming out of Michigan State. 6'6". Wasn't a win for player. Did win for NCAA. And next, who do you think this year is going to be in the running for most improved?
Well, as we saw under the leadership of Damian Lillard, CJ McCullough got most improved from a role player, basically a prospect that nobody knew about. He took CJ McCullough under his wing. CJ McCullough had multiple 30-point games thanks to the leadership of Damian Lillard, which was a star complex. I think the most improved player under who I think these are the two in the runnings: Kyrie Irving from the Cleveland Cavaliers and Klay Thompson. Not just because not only because they're big names, but because of the leadership they have in front of them. As we saw for the last few years, the leadership has improved. The helpings are most improved. I think LeBron will help Kyrie get so much better, and Curry and Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson would definitely want to step up thanks to the help of his new teammate KD. He says in interviews that he wants to achieve that high status. But Klay Thompson, we have seen him improve over the years
Now,
to dropping 47 points a game.
so Jakai, last thing, who's going to win?
The finals,
Yep.
I'm going with the super team in the Golden State Warriors. Even though there's so much talent now with young players, older players have gotten better. There's so much talent around the NBA, but the Warriors have a super team with Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Stephen Curry. They have Draymond Green. They have Anderson Varejao. That's a stacked team. They have a great bench in Sean Livingston, Andre Iguodala, Maurice Spates. It's a great team.
So thank you guys for your time. And this is the 94.5 Sports News Affair. And I'm Destin. He's Donovan.